So low hopes. Zelensky has suggested that Ukraine, not Russia, is being pressured to make concessions to end the war. Trump has demanded that Ukraine comes to the table fast. Why isn't Moscow facing the same amount of heat from the US?
Well, both sides are under pressure to settle on the issue, the tricky issue about territory in the remaining parts of Donetsk that the Russian army hasn't been able to occupy because of the defense of the Ukrainians. But both sides are under pressure actually to come to a compromise agreement on that would effectively leave it demilitarized. Now, that's not something the Ukrainians want. They don't want to have to kind of give up that land voluntarily. That's not something that the Russians want because they claim that land as their own, even though they haven't actually conquered it. So it's not, strictly speaking, correct to say that there's no pressure on the Russian side. There very much is.
What does Vladimir Putin really want from the talks in Geneva? Peace or a deal that locks in Russia's gains on the battlefield, as you just mentioned to me?
Well, the big strategic victory for Putin when this war eventually ends, and I hope that it ends as soon, is to take NATO expansion decisively off the table through some sort of treaty arrangement, and to have some bigger reset with the US on economic terms and possibly in terms of discussions on strategic nuclear deterrent and that sort of thing. So actually the territory issue is a kind of a very much a tactical issue. Mm-hmm. The bigger game at play here is preventing NATO expansion.